I live in Montana, but come October, I need to be in the Northwoods. No matter the weather, I have to be up there. Boat and bird dogs in tow. So growing up in Chicago, my dad would take me and my brothers up to Wisconsin, Upper Peninsula, to fish and to bow hunt back in the 70s. So come fall, there's always that pull to the Northwoods. Muskies and walleye in the fall, and the smell of maple and birch in a wood stove on that crisp, cool fall air is the reason I come back to the Northwoods. Howdy folks, Jody Marler with Fishcamp, and today we're with my buddy Tom Dietz. Met Tom last year on Lake of the Woods trip, and this guy's full of knowledge. Mostly knowledge.
Well, that's a great compliment, certainly, Jody. But yeah, we've had fun fishing together, and you know, we're on a body of water here, and I would say a beautiful, perfect day.
Oh man, it's a musky day for sure.
Yeah, we got spit and snow squalls. We got we got the pressure's dropping, so I'm excited.
Yeah, we've raised 4 fish.
4 fish so far. Yep.
So let's get back at her.
Yeah, I feel good. I think we're gonna get some action today.
Yeah, for sure.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jody.
Chasing fall muskies and walleyes isn't an easy task. Before the trip, I called bait shops, talked with guides and buddies just to see what was happening, and it sounded like things were pretty tough. Then, of course, as we got there, the weather took a big downturn. You gotta turn the lights off. So, just got off the water. Pretty freaking ridiculous.
It was brutal out there. Early October, brutal. But
October 11th, 2019.
It's crazy.
But we moved some fish.
We did.
Stuck one.
Yeah, we went back on one of the fish we moved, and he had it hit a bulldog. We almost got that one. That was 40 inches.
Right,
probably.
we saw it, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's enough.
But you know, this time of year, you could go out and get the biggest fish of your life too. So
that's why we're here.
Yeah. You don't get them sitting on the couch at home.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Howdy folks, Jody Marler, day 2 in Minnesota, and weather just keeps getting crappier. know, it's still around 33 degrees. What is it, the 12th of October? Yeah. Again with Tom Dietz, and you know, we moved some fish yesterday. Earlier, thought, you know, something could happen. I ended up hooking one on a bulldog right where we marked one earlier. Had a follow. So
Yep.
what do you think today?
You know, we're right on that cusp of turnover. So I think what we're going to do is, in our past experience, fish will often slide super shallow. We're going to make a couple shallow passes, and if we're not moving fish there, we'll fish the primary break. But it's big fish weather. You know, I always say this time of year, Jody, you're one cast away from being a hero. You know,
Yep.
this is
Zero to hero.
Zero to hero on, you know,
one cast.
It takes perseverance in this weather, but
Yeah.
you could get the biggest fish of your life.
Exactly.
So
Could
we're gonna
happen.
give her.
Yeah. Weather actually worsened, so we continued to slow our presentations. So we started throwing glide baits, suics, wobblers, and of course bulldogs and rubber baits. Brace for impact. We gave her hell.
We fished hard. Yeah.
Moved a few fish, stuck one on a bulldog again over the weeds and
Deep edge. It was like the same pattern we almost had yesterday. We just big fish were hard to come today. I think our biggest fish we saw was 40-ish.
yeah.
So I mean, look at the conditions, gang. This should have been awesome, but we may have been right during turnover. We went from 56 to 51 degrees. That's tough.
Right, blew right through it. So, you know, big wind, totally changed everything. It's like super fall conditions.
Some days you're a hero and some days you're a chump, and we got kicked hard the last 2 days. That's kind of musky fishing, though, isn't it, Jody?
Exactly.
Yeah. But
well,
we had fun.
yeah. And now on to the UP in Wisconsin. So. Leaves were at full color and figured the bird hunting foliage should be perfect as well. All right, I'm with my brothers Brent and Todd for next couple days, and hopefully Todd's fishing for walleyes today, and Brent and I are fishing for muskies. So we'll see the elusive UP muskie.
All the different colors.
It's been 5 years since my brother Brent has been up to camp, and Todd usually makes it each year, and it's always a treat to fish with them. Brent was lucky enough to stick his best muskie so far in a spot that earlier in the day I stuck one and missed him on a wobbler.
Tiger stripes.
Can I grab him? Well, you gotta get a couple. You gotta get a couple. You gotta hold them underneath. Well, you wanna get in the picture. Turn around.
Right by my face. Watch it chew.
That's awesome. Success.
Nice. All right, we're staying.
Get the lights out, boys. We're here all night. That's awesome.
Ever. Yeah. That was awesome.
At this point, I needed to be home in a couple of days. But before the trip, I spoke with Matt Raley, who just a couple of weeks earlier, him and his partner won the PMTT tournament. So it's a professional muskie tournament tour. I wanted to fish with Matt before heading back, at least for a couple of hours. Howdy folks, Jody Marler with Fishcamp, and today we're with Northwoods, Wisconsin guide here, Matt Raley, and Matt and his partner just won, what was that, a couple weeks ago? The PMTT championship. So I fished with Matt a few years ago on Eagle River chain, and just really good guy. Stay in touch with him, and you know, we're on Lake X here, isn't that what this is called? And
yeah.
We're gonna see what we could do for muskies. This is my last muskie trip of the year, so putting a lot of pressure on Matt to get some numbers and big fish today.
Yeah, this is one lake that we can get some numbers, and there's a lot of quality mid 40-inch fish in here. So, and we usually contact the upper 40-inch fish every year out here as well. So late October, we'll do a little casting, we'll drag some live bait, might do a little trolling, a little bit of everything out here right now. So
yeah, and this is a pretty clear lake, you know, it's kind of high sun, and you know, we'll see. We're in 30 foot of water here and marking a lot of bait fish on the bottom, so we'll see.
yeah, well, we'll give her a heck.
All right. One bait I never throw. I'm gonna use that. I'm not a big rubber guy. You know, certain times of the year and, you know, it's deeper water. So what's the leader?
We got 2 foot or so foot leader on there. That doesn't, out here it's not too bad because they're not dealing with a lot of rock and structure. But if you're trolling over structure, you want a long leader, because just running 30-pound mono. So if you know,
got
30-pound mono hits a rock, you can break that stuff off quite easily. But 130-pound fluorocarbon, it'd be good. So that's why I generally use a little bit longer leader when you troll.
Yeah.
Pretty much I use solid rings on everything, so snaps can't fail on you.
Exactly. What do you figure that's running on deep?
We're about 18.
Over 30 foot of water?
Yeah. Gets to fall, it's a lot harder to will them into biting, you know. It's pretty
Exactly.
much got to hit your windows. And
Yeah, so what is it? It's 3:45. We've got 18 hours ahead of us driving back to Montana, and you know, it looks like the major bite of the day should start in about an hour.
yeah, we could just start seeing that bait just starting to come off the
Exactly.
bottom, you know, and it's, you know, you can tell a lot of times when you're fishing that stuff if the bait's plastered to the bottom, so are the muskies, you know. So bait comes up, so do the muskies.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the analogy I use of like you seeing cows out in the field laying down. It's like there's no urgency, and kind of like that, bait stuck to the bottom, and it is what it is. You know, learned a lot, you know, talking to you about different water and your thoughts on winning the tournaments. And I mean, obviously you're a hell of a fisherman, so
I try.
yeah. Well, next year.
Yeah, glad to have you
Appreciate
back.
it, Matt. Yeah, it's good to see you again.
Exactly.
After spending 10 days in the Northwoods, I definitely got my fix. Saw my brothers, saw friends of mine, but it was time to head back to Montana.